What's up? Hercules, Clap, Forza, Joe, Yami, Carr, Dracul, the one and only Saint Jolene. Good to see y'all. It's been about 14 days since I last did this. I had to remember where the buttons are on the stream deck and all that. We did have a short poll up, right? Where have I been? Finally got busted and in jail, was in jail. Wife troubles. In KvK, duh. And car pissed me off. But yeah, quit picking on Jolene, right? She's one of the few people that reached out to me directly on Discord and said, hey, where you been? What's going on? Are you doing okay? So quit picking on Jolene. Snow Goose coming in hot as always with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, Mr. Goose. Current R5 of 1029. Good to see you. So we got to get caught up. Got to do some catching up. We are in KvK, as you know. It originally started as a 2v1v1. So it was earth and water teamed up against fire and or wind. We lost our zone 5 against earth camp. We did not even go into this zone 5 against water camp. We were defending past 7 up here against earth camp. We were defending past 7 here against water camp. Fire camp had jumped the mountains into this zone. Water left him a little space to do that. Instead of fighting fire camp and trying to hold the zone, everyone from water camp came over here so that they could invade us, which makes sense from a strategic point for them, right? But I saw some private messages on their Discord or in game that were sent to me from a spy that said, oh, look, fire came over here to kill us at the pass. They teamed up with water or with wind camp. We're wind camp, right? No. At that point, we had not yet formally teamed up. But the enemy of my enemy is my friend. right? Fire wanted fights. If the only fights going on are at this pass, they were, and this is the only zone that they could get in, they were coming over here to do some damage on the water camp. It was in Fire's best interest to ensure that Wind Camp got into Kingsland, because then Earth and Water, who were teamed up, would also have to deal with Wind Camp as well. So it was strategic on their part. But when Water Camp and Earth Camp started accusing us of doing a backdoor deal, when there was no formal agreement in place to share any rewards or anything, we said, fuck it. Let's go. They already think we're allied. Let's go ahead and let's do it. So we did. We are now formally allied with Fire. Fire is getting the star at the end. We got first occupation. We're going to get a total of 3 coins, hopefully, this KvK. Trading RCFs with the Fire camp. Hopefully we will make it up to this Earth RCF in the next 9 days. And we will hold 4 Crusader camps, or excuse me, 6 Crusader camps at the end of KvK for a 3rd coin. What's going on, Swizz? Hey, Cherokee. So that's where we currently stand. We are basically free burning Earth up here, little resistance here and there. Forza is down here playing with 1003, trying to get this last bastion we need. And we got the Charles Bastion yesterday, doing some burning of some forts here in the water camp. So it's mop-up time now. We had a very successful Kingsland. We basically had Earth out of Kingsland within, I would say, roughly 6 hours. 8 or 10 hours. We had one of the past 8s already. Our allies, so it was pretty much just 1029 against Earth Camp in Kingsland. Our allies in the Wind Camp then went straight at the Water Camp, along with Fire, who kind of split up. They went for both Earth and they went for Water. So Kingsland didn't last too long, so we've been kind of cleaning up ever since. So that's where we stand. I know Earth Camp, Water Camp, they were still trying to get me to do a 3 versus 1 after we lost Zone 5, but you know, we wanted fights the entire KvK, and that's what we got. We'll bring up some Pro Kingdom stats here, just so you all can see, and then we'll move on to other topics, and I will then start reading chat. I went to the wrong website. ProKingdoms.com. Right? Desktop. Here we go. Yeah, Dracul is retiring after this KvK. At least that's what he said. He did go all out, more so than he has in past KvKs. But this is where the kill points stand. Forza, Master King. I'm 3rd place. Coco's in 7th place. We've got Echo down here in 12th. Ape, Hawkeye. But that's not the whole story, right? Here is the kingdom breakdown. 1029 leads the pack with 57.492 billion kill points. Now, granted, Fire Camp didn't get fights until past 7's open, so I get that. But 1029 is Wind Camp. Our other Wind Camp players are down here, 2112, 3228, and 1003. So we went crazy, as we normally do. Garrisoning multiple flags for multiple allies all at the same time, porting all over the place, doing rallies. I think Forza said he used something like 260 random teleports. It's been fun. It's been fun. And to be able to come out of it with some rewards is outstanding for the players in this kingdom that have gone crazy themselves. Right, looking at Wind Camp, Forza, Master King, Lambo, Coco, Echo, Ape, Hawkeye, Again, this is Ape's first KvK with us, Master King's first KvK with us, Forza's first KvK with us. Right? So just the proof is in the pudding. We're bringing in quality players. We're bringing in the right players. Players that complement our play style, players that understand what we're building here, what we have been building here ever since MF and Cat and Stitch and all those guys started this kingdom way back when. Those stats have been tampered with. Dracul should be in first place. When we look at the Autrix, are those here? They're here, right? We've got Forza, we've got Master King, we've got Lambo, top 3 in kill points. Coco is in 6th. Ape is in 17th. When we look at Deads, right? Forza, first place. Lambo. Snow Goose is in here. 3rd place in Deads. Animal coming in at 5th in Deads. Heal points. I think we've got some Autrix locked up here. Forza for sure at 1 billion. Is that 1 billion heal points? Myself, Snow Goose, Coco Boy, Master King, Hawkeye. 1029, I could not be more proud of the players in this kingdom. They have done an outstanding job online, hour after hour, day after day. You know, there are a ton of special players here too, and I don't mean special like they ride the short school bus. Right? I mean special players like Snow Goose, who is up and manning the night shift all day and all night. You know? Mad Mania pulling late shifts, Forza pulling late shifts. You know, Raz and Rogue Aussie, players who are very selfless and always willing to garrison somewhere when a garrison is needed. Are we building a flag here, Captain? Why did we do a Diplo win? How did we do a Diplo win? Okay, originally Earth and let's rewind all the way to the beginning, right? Originally it was Fire and Earth Camp versus Water and Wind Camp. Water Camp said nope. We have 2 kingdoms that will not fight if that is the case. So we all went back to the table. Then it was decided, okay, let's do Fire and Wind Camp versus Earth and Water Camp. Same 2 kingdoms in Water Camp came back and said, nope, we're not going to fight unless it's a 3 versus 1. A 3 versus 1 would have been the death of 1029. It would have been the death of us in Wind Camp. I have at least 20 players that needed 10 million kill points. 10 million kills to get a 3rd Autrix fragment, which gives them a full special inscription. As you can see by the top 10s in kills and deads and in heals, I have at least 10 players who are capable of getting top 10 in one or more of those 3 categories. So we said, nope, if you guys will only fight if it's a 3 versus 1, then we're just going to fight anyone. Okay, and that was our intent. When Water Camp and Earth Camp started accusing us behind closed doors of allying with Fire Camp, and they had been putting pressure and pressure and pressure on me, calling me names. I have been called many, many names in this KvK. The worst king ever. Players in your kingdom should revolt. I have had my family insulted this KvK. And when they start saying that we allied behind their backs with Fire Camp, no, that didn't happen. Now, true, right? Like I said earlier, if you were watching, Fire Camp had a marker up here that said do not attack wind camp. If you think about it, if water and earth had been able to keep wind camp out of Kingsland, who does that benefit? Does that benefit fire camp? No, it does not. Fire camp made a strategic decision to come and attack water camp here and leave the wind camp marches alone. Why? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. It would have been to fire camp's advantage to ensure that in a 2v1v1, wind camp made it into Kingsland, because earth and water then would have had to contend with us and not just with fire camp. So when I started seeing messages from water camp, from earth camp, saying, oh, look, fire is helping wind camp, they've already allied, I said, fuck it. You guys been calling me names all at KvK. Fuck it. Let's do it then. Let's go ahead. Let's ally with fire camp. Let's get something out of this deal then. And think about it, guys. Think about it. Fire did not want to do a 3 versus 1. Wind did not want to do a 3 versus 1. We wanted fights from the start to the finish. That's what we got. Okay? If wind did not do a 3 versus 1 against fire, who do you think fire was probably going to give the 60 Autrix to at the end anyway? Think about it. Is wind camp scared of fire camp? You're damn right they're scary. That doesn't mean we wouldn't try and fight them. But when you look at the stats that I displayed a few minutes ago and you see 1029 on top with the most kill points for any kingdom in this KvK, and you see our 3 allies, God bless them. God bless them. 3228 is a very young kingdom. 1003 by their own admission is a dead kingdom. Even though they have 21.3 billion power. 2112, excellent kingdom, very cooperative, great players there, smart players there. But when 3 of the kingdoms in our camp are in the lowest 6 in kill points, 1029 is at the top. There's no way that 1029 could have fought against 1316, 3303, 2267. Right? Those are 3 excellent kingdoms. 1316, one of the better AC kingdoms in the game, if not one of the best AC kingdoms. So people can be pissed at me. I really don't care. You know, at the end of the day, we did what was best for this kingdom, for the players in this kingdom, and the players in this camp. Mad Mania Sucks merch is now on sale on Lambo's site. Yes. Merch. Forza, thank you, sir, for the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate you. I mean, Forza's sitting out here. He's getting 7.5 billion kill points as a B seed kingdom player. I mean, that's unheard of. Forza's having the time of his life in 1029. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say that. He did get married. He does have a couple of kids. I imagine the 32 seconds for the making of each of those kids was maybe considerably more satisfactory than playing a game. So that's where we stand. What have I done on my account recently? Subutai, I've not done Subutai. You guys all know I don't have the best cavalry armaments, right? Forza's Subutai rally has been kicking some butt. I upgraded this helmet to level 4. About it. That's about it. Upgraded a few of these things here and there. We expertise the war drums. been having fun. What's going on, Ape? You mean Sam has the time of his life? Not with Gen. Not with Gen, but yeah. Yeah. Dr. Sam is one of Forza's good friends, for those who don't know. And we're excited for what's to come in 1029 still. I mean, Earth Camp, Water Camp, if I was a shitty-ass king and we had a shitty-ass kingdom, why is it we're getting players like Redline that want to come here? Why is it that Forza's here to begin with? Why is it that Ape migrated here from 2489? Master King from 2049? Apocalypse Gaming from 2429. Right? If this is such a shit kingdom and I'm such a shit leader of this kingdom, why is it great players want to come here? Riddle me this. If we get 3 coins at the end of KvK, Swizz, and we could possibly get 3 yet, then I will be able to, well, I'll probably, so I screwed up. I was half asleep one morning, and I accidentally went and I got the infantry helmet instead of an archer helmet. So I have an infantry helmet sitting out, and I'm not one to go to Lilith and say, oh my God, I hit the wrong button. Please give this back to me, blah, blah, blah. No, that's my mistake. I'll own up to it. My error. I take full responsibility for it. I screwed up. Right? So I would like to get another archer mask and be able to get that to level 5 before the next KvK, and then I can focus on the weapon. We got the 2 greatest glories already. We got 1 horn. We got 1 ring. I don't buy any of this stuff up here. I don't find value in that. So I think I'm sitting on where are we here? So we've got 4 rings we can craft. We've got 3 greatest glories. We've still got 7 pendants of the eternal night. I've got 2 horns that I can do yet. So we're sitting good. It's just the materials. Just the materials. I'm not on the drums hype. So yeah, it's Fortune, right? Fortune. 6.3 million deads. That was mostly in Zone 5. 62.2 billion resources healing. That's nowhere near Forza, who's at 100 billion. Plus, I think I gave away 4 or 5 billion resources as well to people who desperately needed it. And my hat's off to 1003, right? I say they're a dead kingdom at 21 billion power. And admittedly, they even say they are. But they have been supporting players in 1029 with tons and tons of resources. Anyone who needed resources just had to go to 1003, join one of their alliances, and say, hey, can I get some resources? And they have loaded us up. So I haven't taken any from them because there are other players who need it more than me. But they have been, hell, I was going to say, Forza's back in 1029, back in PK. I was going to say, they may still be dumping resources on Forza. But if we will for sure get 2 coins at the end of KvK, right? We're trading RCFs with fire. And we will have 6 Crusader camps at the end of KvK. The question is, will we be able to get through all this bullshit and get to the Earth RCF? Right? Right, that's the question yet. We're slowly working our way there, as you can see, but they've got flag after flag after flag after flag after flag. So our allies are closing up here as well. 3228 is coming in this way. Well, we'll see. There's still, what, 9 days left? Yeah, 8 days left. You'll see what happens. I forgot my YouTube login. No. I mean, honestly, guys, it was none of the above, right? Well, partially I was in KvK. You know, but just after Zone 5, after past 7 and 3 days of being up hours and hours on end, and then, 6 to 8 hours of solid fighting in Kingsland, I just was not in the right headspace to stream. I'm old. It literally takes me a solid week and a half, 2 weeks to get caught up and back to a normal sleeping schedule. I mean, there was literally almost a week and a half straight there, 10 days straight, where the most sleep I got in one stretch was 3 hours. So, I mean, these guys aren't putting up a huge amount of resistance. I imagine when we go to try and burn their fort, they will. When we get up closer to the RCF, they will. But, fire's still kill hungry. So they said, hey, if they give you resistance, we'll come over and help. And they don't have far to march. They're right over here. Zone 5 was an absolute blast. And Earth Camp did a hell of a job there. First 24 hours, we were doing really, really good. And then I think, and you probably saw that on one of Apo's streams. But the next 24 hours, then they figured it out, right? They figured it out. Hey, let's everybody focus on 1029. If we can all focus on them, this zone is over. And that's what happened. Yeah, flags are much easier to burn than forts, but it's just the back building and the back building. I keep thinking, okay, they gotta be out of crystals here soon, right? But it's slow going, and this is the most boring part of KvK. Watching flags burn. It is absolutely, positively the most boring part of KvK. We gotta burn these two flags before we can burn this flag, before we can burn this flag, before we can burn this flag, right? Then we get all of those down, and they'll back build more flags here before we get up here, I promise you. But it is what it is, it's all part of the game. But how's everyone else been doing? Car, are you doing okay? A nice rest after your crazy KvK? Jolene, you ready to come back to the game yet? Swizz, are you enjoying your time in 3303 now? Warfare and Bad Boy tried to send you back, and we said no. Sorry. What is MLA format? Redline tried to back out of coming here, but he already signed the contract, and the case of baby diapers has already been shipped. So his lawyers said if he breached the contract, he would have to turn the account over to me. So instead of doing that, he's still coming. He's still coming. Several other surprises on the horizon as well. Things that I cannot divulge live on stream, but several other surprises on the horizon. One more insanely big player is coming. Crazy, crazy player. And potential for one more that we never expected. So we will see. I'm waiting for Apo to join the stream. Apocalypse Gaming, are you here? Are you here? I've got a very special button for Apo, right? I mean, cat comes, we get the cat button hit. Stitch comes, we get the Stitch button, right? Snow Goose has his own because he donates so much, right? We've got the man, the myth, the legend. We've got the MF animation on there as well, right? And of course, you know, Electro Game. Graphics guys. We've got a brand new one for Apo. If you guys watch Apo, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. World premiere right here.
The night is young, we go, it's strong till dawn. Up all night till the morning comes. We love it so we go, it's strong for more. Let's get it on and rave all night long. We're the party pioneers. We will bring the fire when we go for a ride.
Yeah, what do you think? What do you think? You guys, if you watch Apo, you know people go crazy for that Party Pioneer song in his live stream. They're always asking him to play it. And he's getting up and he's dancing whenever that song plays. So we just put a small collage of some Apocalypse Gaming moments in that little introduction there, right? just for Apo. Oh. I don't make videos either. I know Luxta mainly does live streams. Jolene. So I'm sitting here waiting for Apo to join the stream so that we can hit that button. I think he knows what's coming though. But yeah, it's what time is it there? He's still in Dubai. It's 2:30 a.m. in Dubai, so 2:34 to be specific. Now, if he was still in New Zealand, it would be 10:30 in the morning. 10:29 streamers retirement kingdom. Nah. Redline, Forza, and I, streamers, yes. It's not our full-time jobs though, so I don't live on YouTube. Apple, I don't know though. I mean, if this is a retirement kingdom for streamers, why is Forza putting up right, 1.7 billion points in the Autric leaderboard. Why am I putting up 650 million? Right, Apple, it might be Apple's retirement kingdom. We've been giving him a lot of shit lately. Playing on his 3777 account more than his 1029 account. You know, our goal, Onyx, is to be allies with 3303 and upcoming KvK here. I think the lack of fighting that you guys got, though, you're probably going to be ready to go into a KvK before we are. That, and we're going to wait for Redline to come before we register for a KvK, and he's got to finish out the Osiris League season in 60 MX. Forza got that oil money. Now, Forza has nothing to do with the oil industry. Forza lives in California. As far as Osiris League goes, we made it to the top 32. That's exactly what our goal was. The division that we're in, JST, FN, two very experienced Osiris League teams. 63 DS, we played them in our first match, and yeah, it was an excellent match. We did very well, considering this is the first time 1029 has been in the Osiris League. We never have. This is the first time ever since I have been here. My last Osiris League game was the Season 3 Championship Grand Prix. So we did quite well, considering we have newer players here. And I'm going to say this again. These initial group stages do absolutely nothing to help a team like us get prepared. These early games did absolutely nothing to help us prepare for a hard matchup against a top-tier team. It was a hell of a match, though. You know, we had some mistakes. We had players teleporting to the wrong side of the map in the initial 8 teleports, right? So I was short a player on the top side of the map, our attack team. Unfortunately, that player was a rally lead. So here's Lambo launching infantry rallies, and then as soon as that rally died, I'd launch an archer rally, and as soon as that rally died, I'd launch an infantry rally, just flip back and forth. We won the first 2 arcs, we lost the last arc. Once we lost the last arc, they held it until the end, delivered it at the end, and we just could not be... Well, them taking that 3rd arc forced us to kind of change our play style and be a little bit more aggressive on the structures to try and make those points up, and that kind of hurt us in the long run. But it's a learning experience. We play JST next. I expect that we will be in for another learning experience in that match. And we'll see where we go. We'll see what happens. You know, in order for us to make top 32, we have to hope that FN beats the team that we just beat us. We have to hope that they win by more points than we lost by. And we have to beat FN, and we have to beat JST. Yeah, it's an uphill battle now. The chances are slim, but at the end of the day, we learned something. We'll be better next time. No other flags touching, right? Yeah, this is what I've been doing all day. Today, yesterday, the day before. Just staring at my tablet or staring at the computer screen, watching flags burn. You know, if they need me to port somewhere in Rally, I will certainly do that. But we got down to about 100 days of speed ups during Kingsland. So everybody said, Lambo, stop. Just rally and garrison for us, and we'll do the other work. So we're there. We're having fun. Forza, I wish I had oil money. You're gonna wait for it? I hope we can get in the same KvK and be allies, Onyx. That would be a hell of a time. I mean, you know, nothing. I'm not trying to be mean to the kingdoms that are in our camp, right? But when you have a 21 billion power kingdom in the camp that doesn't carry the weight of a 21 billion power kingdom, it makes it very difficult. And they'll fill flags and they'll fill rallies like champions, right? But unless Forza or myself or Mester King or one of our bigger players is over there helping them, or unless we have garrisons to garrison flags, it's hard for them to hold ground, it's hard for them to take ground. You know, and I get it, right? It's hard. When you reach that kind of power and have that many players, it's hard to clean up the kingdom. You know, Car, are you in GT or are you on MX for Osiris League? If you're on MX, how much can we pay you to throw a couple matches so that Redline can get here quicker? I will say this too, Car. Once Redline said he was migrating here, Mad Mania, direct quote from Mad Mania, "Oh, we got Redline, we don't want Car anymore." Yeah, I agreed, Onyx. 13-16 kind of threw off the whole KvK. I feel like Earth Camp was really, really good. They were very, very active. You know, I think 13-16, I think you guys could have done a 3 versus 1 and probably still would have won, to be perfectly honest. 13-16 is that good and that strong. I mean, they've got... They do some special things to make sure that they get good matchups, and they definitely got a good matchup here. But yeah, I mean, the fact that Water Camp and a couple of kingdoms in Water Camp were so scared of 13-16. I mean, honestly, you guys could have built forts back here and let them just build into this zone if you wanted more fights. You didn't have to drop your forts so aggressively and pin them at pass 4 within 2 hours of zone 5 opening. Now, maybe you would have got more fights then. But I mean, you were there. As soon as you guys hopped the wall over here into this zone, when they left that space for that one flag, they were done. They were done. None of them would stay here and fight you guys. They all came over here to pass 7. And what did that do then? That dragged any fire players that were in this zone over here to pass 7, because that's where the fights were. And that's when they started accusing us of allying with fire, which was at least 2 days before we officially did ally with you guys. Despite what Mad said, I know he'd love to see me join. What's up, Dima? (13-16) only had 5 people on at that pass. That's crazy. That's crazy. Nobody wants bony players. Jolene, the less I know about Car's bone, the better. That's between you and Car, okay? What you guys share on OnlyFans is what you share on OnlyFans. What's going on, Dave? So, I mean, all in all, our camp's going to get 60 Autrix at the end. We have the potential for 3 coins. I already got 2 coins from various individual awards, so it's been a very productive KvK. Even if it ended now, and it would still be a productive KvK and a fun KvK. said Car is like Pharaoh in 1960. He is the 1960 version of Pharaoh. Oh, good Lord, Man Mania. Good Lord, Man Mania. Car, how am I leeching when I drop lots of chests myself? Mad Mania says wooden don't count. Hey, some people might be happy if Car is bringing the wood. Oh, good Lord. Y'all leave Car alone. Come on. Car is my source of information for commander pairings. He has never led me astray. How did we do in OL? We made it to the top 32. We had a very good match, but we lost in our first group stage match. Very good team, very well organized team that we played. They crushed us in the structure game, and they won one arc. We won 2 arcs. So our next opponent is JST. So yeah, I mean, we're still gonna show up. We're still gonna play. We're still gonna do our best. But OL is pretty much over for us. Your OnlyFans needs more subs, Car. Maybe Forza and Lambo can advertise a little bit. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Don't worry, Car. Forza roasts me on Discord all the time, too. Lambo, where you at? Lambo, where you at? The fights are over here, Lambo. Lambo, where you at? Dude, I've got 100 days of speed ups. What do you mean? Where am I at? I'm launching the rallies. I got a garrison in these 3 flags. Yeah, we did go through stats once. I can bring them up again. Just let me get back to the website. Oh, we forgot. We forgot to look at Draculs. He said he was whaling up. All right, so let's just do Wind Camp. Forza, Master King, Lambo, Coco, Echo, Ape, Hawkeye, and the Ape, that's an impressive number of kill points for being the ultimate kill point chaser. Hawkeye, Shinigami, Shadow, Hercules, Snow Goose, Burgundy, Sutan. Is he 1029? Captain, Mayhem, Ani, Cheech, Nugget. I don't recognize this name. JPJ, 2112. Oh, hello. Okay. Okay, good morning. So the first player from another kingdom that's in here is number 13, 2112. Then we got JPJ, 20th. Alloys, Chayote. Let's get my OnlyFans to the top 1%. Yeah, then you can retire, right? Here's Dave, the master right here. Dave, 887 billion kill points. 887 million kill points. Tox, it's easy. There's Sam, Insane Joker, Testy, Apple coming in at 32nd. Stitch, Soli, Fajo, Rogossi. Have we seen Dracul yet? There's Choco Guinness. Where's Dracul? Did I pass him? Did I pass him? Did I name him off? Thunder, Winnie, Raz. Dracul, I thought you, there we go. There we go. There's Dracul. 330 million. In his defense, though, he was swarming a lot. And that's all we want, Dave, right? You know, if you go into a KvK and you're there when the fighting takes place and you're doing the best job that you can, Man Mania might give you shit, I might give you shit, others might give you shit, but in your heart of hearts and in your mind, you know that you did the absolute best that you possibly could. It doesn't matter what anyone else says. Got cool, healed too much in arc matches, otherwise he would beat Forza. Oh, good lord. Why do Apple and Snow Goose have these by their names? I'm a premium person in Pro Kingdoms. Why is that not by my name? Do I have to link something somewhere? I'll have to touch base with George. I always heal too much. It shouldn't be a shocker. In Dracul's defense, right? Ark of Osiris, his job is to disrupt enemy outposts, and when we all go to middle for Ark, then he comes to middle for Ark. So he is constantly swarming those outposts, which does give him a lot of sebs. Apes healing? Ape healed a lot. Maybe I'm wrong. Wait, did I miss him? Forza, Lambo, Snow Goose, Coco, Mester, Hawkeye. Okay, Ape, where are you here? Ape is 40th. 40th in heals. And kill points. Ape is 17th. So 17th in kill points, 40th in heals. I got an image to share with y'all. Stand by. We do have t-shirts in the merch store, right? We've got the Mad Mania Sucks t-shirts, and we have got a t-shirt with this logo on it. Where are we? Merch. Oh my goodness. That image came in super big. So when somebody in 1029 now instead of calling somebody deadweight, it is ape weight. So it's no longer your dead weight, it's your ape weight. Ape knows we're teasing. We really love having him here in 1029. And you know, I get it, right? I get it. It was hard for me when I first came here to get used to playing in a lower seed kingdom. It's hard for Imperium players, especially those playing in super high Imperium kingdoms, sometimes to come to a lower seed kingdom. We're not a D kingdom anymore. We're not a C kingdom anymore. We're a BC kingdom. Right? But it's sometimes very hard for players to make that transition. And Forza and Ape and Mester and Apo, well, in Zone 5. Apo went all out in Zone 5. I don't think he had resource, or I don't think he had speed ups to much fight after that. And he's been in Dubai at the meet and greet. So he's ape weight, check mark next to Apo's name, right? I mean, those guys all did a hell of a job. Tox included, for it being their first KvK in 1029. Were there moments where some of them were like, no, we need to do this, this, or that? And it's like, hold on. Slow your roll. We cannot garrison 16 touch points at the same time. We are not Imperium. Let's dial it back a hair. Let's focus on one thing at a time and move forward. We'll be a low A seed kingdom as soon as our migrants get here. I guarantee it. We need an ape weight emoji. I'll see what I can do. And I'm sorry, we're just staring at burning flags, guys, but that's my job. That's my job. King Snow Goose has ordered Lambo to watch these flags, so that's what Lambo's doing. Yeah, last night at Reset, we gave people notice, right? At least 48 hours, I think, notice that we wanted all high-powered farms above 25 million back in the cloud. You know, transfer your resources, stop logging into those farms. Oh, there's Forza. Stop logging into those farms at Reset last night so that they'll be in the cloud for our next matchmaking. I am trying very hard to understand matchmaking more than we have in the past. You know, when you're a C or a D seed and you're playing with the likes of MF and Reaper and Mavic and Cat, all the TSN crew, it didn't matter. You know, you could have 5, 10, 12, 40 million plus farms and it didn't matter. I think we're stronger as a whole now than we have ever been since I have been here. And that's no disrespect to the TSN crew, Cat, Mavic, Stitch, Bulgogi, Flipper, Reaper, MF, Joker. Those guys who... Stitch is still here, Executioner is still here, Callow is still here. Those guys that began this project and started this kingdom, they did a fantastic job. They would be welcomed back with open arms should they ever decide to get an account, an up-to-date account, and start playing this game again. But we have to do things differently, and we have to manage the kingdom a lot better than we ever had to in years past. And that means sending higher powered farm accounts to the cloud. Sure, bring them out in KvK for the pre-KvK stuff. They're not going to be able to fill flags and fill rallies, but that's what we have allies in the camp for. What's up, Ice? So the plan is to try as hard as we can to stay a high B seed. You know, if people train troops in the off season, we ask that they train T2s or T3s. And then just upgrade all those during pre-KvK. We arrange our gold head events. We arrange our MGEs to try and keep those points low so that people, once we get to pre-KvK, have lots and lots of training speed ups to go ahead and power up. Now we're going to have a zenith between now and then. I think potentially, and I don't know when Redline's going to get here, but I think potentially Forza may push for that zenith skin. I think JPJ may push for that zenith skin. Maybe one or two others that have speed ups to push for that zenith skin. I will not. You know, so we'll see where we land. But low A, high B is where we want to stay for as long as possible. If 3228 is A seed, then 1029 is definitely A seed. Well, 3228 has got a lot of players in it, right? Is it 3228? Do I have a typo on there? Yeah, I'm sorry. There's a typo on the screenshot there. It's 3228, not 3328. So when we pulled stats for the KvK, the domain was at 9.6. Domain 2. So you got a lot of players in that kingdom. Yep, red is going to migrate over when you get eliminated from OL. That's what he has told us. So it could be weeks yet. Right, all CH25s count. So, I mean, accounts like these, right here, right, 61.9, 42, 42, 41. These would all count against us because I'm not killing off enough troops on these 4 farm accounts in a KvK to make them worth counting towards, what is that, 60, 100? I mean, that's like 150 million power player in a KvK. Right? You look at myself or one of our big players who's putting up anywhere from, you know, 2 billion to Forza 7 billion kill points in a KvK. These 4 accounts combined would not equal that at all. And since they are on the same character, same account, since these characters are on the same account as my main account, it's very hard to switch back and forth in the middle of fighting to use these to fill flags or fill rallies. So these are all going to the cloud. They came out for pre-KvK and they're going back into the cloud. So ideally, if it's a true farm account that you're just using to farm resources, you can get to CH25 and still be really, really low power. You can have T4s and still have really, really low power. I have a 4 million account that I'm just working on the tech for. I finished the infantry T4s and I'm on the cavalry T4s right now. And they're one is 3.5 and one is 4 billion power. 4 million power, sorry. What's up, Cheeseburger? Soup Gaming, Cheeseburger Soup. Yeah, Russ, we are getting second place rewards. So we got first occupation of the Zig. We're going to get the 60 Autrix at the end as well. Yeah, I understand that, Master, that if Lilith allowed you to pick the players for the team, and that's kind of what they do with the domains, right? A lot of these kingdoms now will put all their dead weights in domain 1 and bring all their fighters in domain 2. And we saw that last KvK with 1052 bringing their quote-unquote fighters into KvK in that domain 2. After 30 days, they go to the cloud and they don't count against matchmaking. If you bring them out of the cloud after matchmaking, though, they can only stay in zone 4. They cannot reinforce flags, they cannot reinforce rallies, they cannot fight on the open field. Let's go tap these again. What's up, Electro King? Grey Worm, we will be waiting at a minimum until Redline gets here. So that will be determined by Osiris League. He is on the 60 MX team. I believe that's in Realm of Horus. Yeah, he's on this team here. So I think they have a tough match against 77 this week. AO 77. Maybe we'll stream that on Sunday. That seems like a good one. So as soon as MX is eliminated, then Redline's going to migrate. Up, Snow Goose donated 5 gifteds earlier. Don't know, EP. Don't know. I wasn't going to announce that on the stream. I think Apple may have let it slip already. Whichever account that individual brings here, you know it's going to be a strong one. Looks like you're going to be max skipping. We'll see. We'll see. MX is going to win it. We'll see. Yeah, and I would, Redline was asking those questions too, right? And I'm like, look, dude, I will never ever ask you to bail on your Osiris League team to migrate here before that team is eliminated. That's just not fair to them. So that is not something that anyone here would ever ask you to do. So you're a strong player. You've got a great mentality. He's already been hanging out in Discord with us left and right. Got the right attitude, the right person, high game IQ, the perfect fit for 1029. We will wait for you. What's up, Frederick? 2DK8, R4, our allies, building flags over here to the right. Oh, that's repairing. That's repairing. Go get it. Go get it. My T1s will race you there. Snow to 1029. Nope. Not that I'm aware of. Appreciate that support. I mean, they're I'll be honest, Forza has had a lot of high profile players asking him how he likes it here. And that makes sense, right? Forza himself is a very high-profile player that has been in Imperium Kingdom, so it would make sense for people to approach Forza and say, "Hey, what do you think? How do you like it? What's it like playing in a high B, low A seed kingdom versus playing in a mega Imperium kingdom?" And I think, and I don't want to speak for Forza, I'm sure he will give his opinion when he does the live stream as well, but I think he's had a blast here. I really do. You know, and how many years have I said this, right? It's more fun being a big fish in a small pond than it is being a small fish in a big pond. Let's see, we can share some reports here. This is a rally. I still swear by ZL Ash. The AoE damage that puts out is just incredible. Here's another ZL Ash. This was a city rally. My city got rallied. Okay, so they needed somebody to rally. So I ported off territory to do a rally for them. I was using Gorgo Hera to garrison another flag. I had my best archer gear on my ZL for the rally, so I had to use Eleanor YSS. So, and all the deads were from people reinforcing my city. What's this one? I think this was another rally. No, this was open field. This is a crazy one, right? You ever seen something like this? 21,092,000 kill point ratio. Rallied a flag, and all but one player had emptied the flag before the rally touched it. That percentage is just insane. I had to save it. And oh, I don't know why this isn't a favorite. That's yeah, touching an empty flag. We started running. Yeah, I saw that in your KvK, and I was my fists were in the air. I was jumping up and down. I'm like, fuck yeah, this validates everything that I've been saying since I've been running ZL Ash rallies. I cannot tell you the number of people that came in here and said, "Oh, why are you running ZL first? You should be running Ash first." And I swore up and down that ZL Ash was better for me, for my setup, for the way I played. ZL Ash did better than Ash ZL did. And when I saw in that big KvK, Kingdoms like 1960 running ZL primary, like, fuck yeah, I told you so, motherfuckers. Sorry. Sorry. But that's the highest percentage I've seen thus far. So yeah, hey, thanks for the subscription, Frederick. Appreciate that. So yeah, I mean, primarily it was Forza and I doing rallies. Forza's Attila Subutai. That's friggin' absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Coco Boys Attila Subutai, absolutely insane. JPJ's Scipio Tariq, another fantastic rally. Same with Nugget. Nugget's got fantastic infantry stuff. So, as far as Subutai goes, I really wanted to expertise him, but there's no need. KvK's almost over. So we're gonna get some more Subutai heads and upcoming MGs. Hey, thank you for the $5 tip, Bajette. Appreciate you, sir. We're gonna resist the temptation. We're gonna get some more Subutai heads and upcoming MGEs. Same with Lapu. You do not understand how hard it was for me the other day to take a city rally with Eleanor YSS when I have 1,792 goldies and could just drop them on him in a heartbeat. Right, but we resisted. We resisted. Willpower. Lambo may have willpower once and for all. Yeah, I mean, Attila Subutai would just kind of be a novelty, right? Because my gear is very good. Oh no, that's Lucci. Hello. My gear is very good, right? Everything's crit except the, well, I wouldn't necessarily use Moore's Web on Attila Subutai. KvK weapon, KvK helmet, level 2 chest, level 4 gloves, level 4 pants, level 2 boots. So it's not that I have bad gear. It's, oh my God, where are his armaments? What the funny? Oh, they're still on Eleanor from when I took that city rally yesterday. Oh, good God, Lambo. No wonder I was losing in Canyon. So it's my armaments that are lacking, right? I mean, everything's cavalry. So we'll see. Dismantle the web when you can't. You don't know how. Dismantle. So I would probably move the web to my 7th march. Or wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Yeah, I'd probably move the web to my 7th march, which is Nevsky Joan. Or Herman Tommy when I'm rallying. You know how hard it would be to dismantle? Appreciate you, Redline. Thank you, sir. Can't wait for you to join us, my friend. The case of diapers, per the contract, it has been shipped, I swear. For whatever reason, it was sent from the Amazon distribution facility in Los Angeles, California to Shanghai. So they must have put it on the wrong plane. It's delayed in transit, but it's on the way. I told y'all I was top 100 at Truck Roll. It just, to dismantle a legendary accessory for me, it would be very difficult to do. So we'll see. I was offering Carr cash payments to throw the next MX matches, but he refused. He's a man of integrity. I can respect that. I can respect that. So yeah, when the new infantry commanders come out, right? The first wheel, we're gonna have a whopper stream there. So I've got 565 spin tickets in the bank, plus whatever tickets I get in this next Archer MGE. Which what is that like? How many do you get? Like, well, this is the third one, right? So what's 565 divided by 3? Is that only 2? You get what? Right around 200 per MGE, I think. So we should be able to spin the wheel a good 700 times when that new infantry commander comes out. So and we won't be in KvK, right? So it'll be arranged MGEs where our infantry players who need the garrison, who are the best garrisons, get the top spots. But with 1,792 goldies. We'll be keeping up on those commanders as they come out. I know, horns and rings, horns and rings. I know, I get it. I get it, but the fact that you only get half back, it's like a kick in the nuts. What do we got? What do we got? We've got 5 rings, 1 crit level 5, 1 level 2. We've got 5 horns. Right? I still love the dagger. People hate on the dagger, but I love the dagger on rallies. It is insane. We've got a crit war drums. Right? I get it. The coin is really of no value. Mora's web is really of no value. But before I dismantle those, I want to get some other shit done first. So, yeah, I mean, I have been suggesting to Lilith for over a year that if a player has every single commander on the wheel expertise, give us a gold head wheel. You know, you're losing, I told them too, straight out, you're losing money. People are not spinning the wheel if they've got every commander on it already expertise. So I guess instead, to get us to spend money now, they went with this ticketing system. And then I'm at a loss as to what to do with this new formation. Right? Do you replace all your arch equipment with this new formation? I mean, do you move let's look at arch then. Right? Is the new formation, I mean, this is 5% more normal damage, 10% more smite damage. 10% is better than 5%. Just like the drums, you need more than 2 daggers for it to be effective for fielding. I still do alright. We're not an Imperium Kingdom. I still do okay. Yeah, oh yeah, you can stack tickets. You can certainly stack tickets. That is a thing now. So if you're a cavalry player and you go all in on cavalry, you don't care about archer wheels, you don't care about leadership wheels, you don't care about infantry wheels, right? You can stack those tickets for when the next cavalry wheel comes out. Dismantled the dagger was the first ever accessory I made myself, and it insta-procced first time. So yeah, that holds sentimental value, and I'm sorry, I'm not getting rid of a level 5 dagger. Just ain't happening. I know my infantry gear is a hodgepodge of everything. I will say Philip Shajar, I'm questioning my decision on that march though. The march itself isn't insane. But, and you guys know I'm not one to study reports, but looking at reports, when I have Philip Shajar and they're able to sustain on a target for a period of time and they're firing off their skills, every single other march I have does anywhere from 10 to 30% better. So I've been considering doing Shajar Phillip, just keep Phillip on the field, or possibly going ZL Phillip, Ash Nebu, and Shajar YSG. Yeah, Phillip Shajar, lucky. I wanted to do something different, right? So we've got the entire leadership set procced. We've got a drums procced. And then these are my echelon formation armaments as well. Alloys, I tried a bunch of things this KvK and they all did bad. Oh yeah, I was not even using Trajan on the field anymore. But the problem is now, if I decide to go away from Phillip Shajar, I gotta move these to something archer related. And I have seen, I think the hardest garrison we faced this KvK was, what was his name, Goose? Tucka Duck Duck. I don't know if that's his real in-game name. His Chohara was insane. Especially in the pass. Absolutely insane. I mean, I was running. What was the march I was running again? I used Gilgamesh in a rally just to counter the Cho healing. Thank you, 1029, for making my last KvK with the win. How many did we win since you were here, Draco? I think you've been here for what, 5 KvKs? We won 3 out of 5. No, it's all good, Lucky. It's all good. And feel free to criticize me all you want. You know, I wanted to try the Phillip Shajar as more of a support march like Trajan Milan used to be. And see what it did. And it benefits other marches on the field. That is clearly obvious. But do I want to sacrifice damage for a buffing march? I want to sacrifice that 7th march with insane damage for a buffing march. That's the predicament I'm in. Someone wants to be on YouTube. Yeah, I think the flag's on fire, buddy. You're good. You're good. Thank you. You're good, buddy. Give me just a second, fellas. I'm going to run hit the head. I'll be right back. got history with 2450. Which alliance are they? This is 3410, right? GV95 has got to be 2395. Dev, is that Dev? DEV? They don't even have any territory on the map anymore, bro. Yeah, they're wiped out. I think they went back to home kingdom already, maybe. Or maybe they just joined these other three. Still have territory here. I mean, 2179, they've done really, really well. 3410, A level of effort. 2395, GV95. Yeah, I mean, Earth Camp overwhelmed us. You know, when we were in Zone 5, and they finally figured out, hey, yeah, we better focus on 1029. And they brought all four kingdoms against us. It was overwhelming. I'm not gonna lie. You know, we were outnumbered maybe 15, 20 to 1. Oh, let's get the at the shitter off of there. No, this was the first Zone 5 that 1029 has lost since I have been here. And that's what, 3 years? 2.5, 3 years. So now, granted, we gained it back. So did we really lose it? Maybe I could spin it like that. You've never ended the KvK? Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. We'll watch 1316 here, or I'm sorry, Fire Camp and Earth Camp here play with each other a little bit. You know, I'll just mention a few names from 1029 again. The players here continue to impress me. You know, Snow Goose, his countless hours online. You know, Mad Mania, leading the war effort, working on diplomacy. Captain Stinkfist, his flag building, his inter-alliance diplomacy, inter-camp diplomacy when it comes to coordinating flags, coordinating builds, coordinating rewards. You know, Forza just came here to fight. But he has been leading much of the war effort whenever he has been in 1003. Down in that zone between us and water. You know, something he really didn't want to do, but sometimes necessity, you have to do that. There you go. Thunder is spinning it. We left Zone 5. We could have stayed in 1, but we wouldn't have made it to Kingsland. There you go. To be fair, Earth Camp didn't overwhelm you guys. 3228 and 1003 didn't really pull our weight. As long as the fighters in those kingdoms gave it the best that they could, that's all you can do sometimes, right? 28 is a much younger kingdom. They're not going to have the players with the rally leads, with the garrisons, with the top tier equipment, with the top tier armies. I totally get that. 1003 is an older kingdom. It's an Imperium kingdom. There's a lot of casual players there. I probably shouldn't say this on stream, but the leaders in 1003 sent me a list of over 100 players that they said, Lambo, you can pass these players to Fire Camp. You can let Fire Camp zero them in Zone 4. They're dead weight. We want to get rid of them. So the leadership in 1003, and some of our players came from 1003. Hawkeye, Uhtred. Where are they all here? Uhtred. Hawkeye. It's easy. You know, they came from 1003. They were in 1254 with Bunny at one point in time, and they went to 1003 to try and build a kingdom there. Well, there are just too many casual players in 1003 for them to do that, and too many of those casual players for them to be able to clean up the kingdom like they wanted to. So ultimately, once Nugget was here, he hooked them up with us, and they brought their main accounts here. You know, 1003, 3228, 2112. They have been a pleasure to work with. You know, as far as building things, as far as, okay, we need to move in this direction. We need to build here, and oh, look at that. Look at that. The leaders in those kingdoms have done everything that we have asked them to do. Now, it's not their fault. That some of the players, especially 1003, many of the players in that kingdom are more casual players, and I get it. I mean, when Forza was over here helping them build flags out of this pass, helping them burn territory, lighting this SOWA fort on fire, you know, building over to these bastions to help us get bastions that we didn't yet have. He said they do a phenomenal job filling flags and filling rallies. The problem is the rally leads and the garrison leads. When you have a large kingdom like 1003, it's very, very hard to control your MGEs. So it's very hard to get those people who want to be the top tier garrisons, who want to be the top tier rally leads. It's very hard to get them the commanders that they need to do so, and do so at a reasonable price with minimal investment. So I get it. I get it. It's a younger kingdom. I think you're a larger kingdom, which is why we have your second domain here. Yeah, you know, at the end of the day, we couldn't have done it without the other three kingdoms in the camp. Not at all. Not at all. So it's a total team effort. 1029 is just crazy when it comes to fighting. And MGEs and gold head events, we try to be very organized with to get the players who need those items. So we are successful at KvK. Grab a water. I'll be right back. okay. I mean, I think your field presence in Zone 5 was insane. That's just how we do it. That's how we do it. That's how we have fun. Shoot, I lost my train of thought. What was I gonna say? So that's almost dead, and that's almost dead. Then we'll be touching. No, we won't be touching that one. Oh, are we through most of the back-built flags then? Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, we'll be touching this one, then we gotta burn this one, right? This territory. Okay. What's up, Sashi? The last time I did this live on stream with T1s, I had somebody jump in a frickin' flag and I took T1 deads. So we'll see if I can, if anyone from Earth Camp is watching, if I can sneaky sneak this. It's been a while since I streamed, Rian. It's been about 15 days, to be honest with you. KvK has been mentally exhausting, physically exhausting, but I wouldn't have it any other way. The Nile KvK that we once did and did not get any fights at all, I wanted to gouge my eyes out and pull my hair out. So whenever you get good fights in a KvK, it's a good KvK. Almost, we could have touched this fort by building a flag here, but there's no TP spots in here. It would have been a very hard flag to defend. So I didn't want to do that. Lots of fucking flags to build up there. Come on. Burn, baby, burn. Still Inferno. That one's gonna burn down first. It's pretty scary that my T1 calves are almost as fast as my scout is. I'm just let's I'm gonna guess it's let's oh dang it. Dang it, well hurry up and burn. Thank you. It's a race, Joker. It's a race. It's a race. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. Oh, it's neck and neck. Neck and neck. Lambo got it. What's going on, Happy? 95 is back building on you. What, over here? Down here? Where are we talking? I'm sorry. I mean, Fire's already got this water zone. I mean, they already took the RCF here. The safest zone for water camp is this one. As I understand it, a handful of the leadership team in, what is this, 20 something 90. 2790. As I understand it, a handful of the leadership team migrated out of here already. You know, this was a Kingdom Forza was formerly in. So I think they're pretty much done dancing. If we take a look at cities that are around the pass, you know, there's a few that look formidable. I'm sorry, not the pass, but the sanctuary. So we'll see if they put up resistance once we start building in that direction. GV95. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they don't want this territory cut down here. I don't know why. I haven't seen a single city on it in a while. But it's all good. It's all good. You know, here's the sad thing, right? Is these guys come out to fight when it's just 32-28 on the field. You know, as soon as 1029 ports a few players over there, they all run and hide. So, and that's one thing that we're used to in a KvK, right? Generally in a KvK, I'll go through at least 150 teleports. Teleporting to wherever the action is, wherever help is needed. Forza, I think, said he went through 250 randoms. And I'm sure he's gone through over 150 teleports himself. As have other players, I'm sure. So yeah, let's keep going here with some call-outs. Recognition where recognition is due. You know, Snow Goose R5 on the overnight shift. You know, he broke 5 billion kill points this KvK. Hats off to Snow Goose. Kill points don't matter. You cannot appreciate them. Every time we need a garrison, he's there. Every time we need a player overnight so that others can get 2 or 3 hours sleep, he's there. He is one of the MVPs in this kingdom for sure. JPJ getting us doing that Osiris League coordination, getting us to the top 32 in Osiris League. Appreciate you, sir. Mayhem. He was in 32-28 for a large portion of time in Zone 5. They made him R4 in Zone 5. He was doing flags, he was doing markers, he was solo filling flags with his farms. Mayhem has done an insane job this KvK. Mad Mania sucks. What else can I say? No, you know, Mad Mania is there whenever he's needed. Stitch, you know, one of the OG players. He was in this kingdom before I was here. When Stitch talks, you better listen because he's always got something relevant to say. Captain, flags, coordination, planning, all the stuff that nobody sees, Captain does. And he does a phenomenal job with it. Thunder, another player, very unselfish. You know, you need a garrison, I'm there. You need help on the field, I'm there. Soli, completely free to play. Coordinates events, helps with flags, helps with building, helps with everything. Did building, much of the building for some passes where Captain couldn't be there. We won Kingsland, happy. Forza, like I said, Forza came here wanting no part of leadership whatsoever. He has been on the 1003 side of the map for the past couple of days, helping them build flags, rallying, coordinating, you know, coordinating with us to bring players down when they needed help. He's not only a killer and an insane player himself, but he has done a lot more than that this KvK. I don't think he expected to do, and I appreciate him for doing that. Where's Classified? Classified takes a lot of abuse, and we love him for it. But when we're all fighting in Kingsland or Zone 5 with 7 marches, and we need timers put on markers, Classified is always there. You know, all you got to Classified, update marker number 9, 20 minutes, and he'll put a timer. Same thing with Ceres. And I can't find them on the list at the moment, but yeah, those two guys on point with the markers. Appreciate them. It's easy pulling stats for us. Tox. Tox is online quite a bit. Ape, Master King. You know, it seems like all we had to do when we needed players to rally or we needed people online is throw a post up on Discord and people were there. Where's the Polish drunker? He's still here. What's up, Diamonds? You know, I mean, I could go through our entire roster and tell you something positive that each player did in this KvK. It's not over yet, right? I don't want players in 1029 to think it's over. We gotta get here. If we want that third coin, we gotta get this. And you need a coin to get your Autric inscription, whether it's from the 3 fragments or whether it's from, you know, one of the 60. You need a coin to get it, so that's important, guys. Yeah, I haven't hit that button today, have I? Right, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you are just hanging out, smash that like button, would you? One of these days, we'll hit 5K subs. One of these days. At which point in time, we'll do a giveaway. We'll give away some Mad Mania Sucks t-shirts, coffee mugs. Whatever, from the merch shop. We'll have some fun with it. So at the beginning of KvK, I did say I would give the top 2 players in DKP a t-shirt at the end of KvK. Clearly, Forza is 1, right? Number 1 in kills, number 1 in deads. So Forza is going to get a free shirt. We will have to look at deads and kills, though, to see if Mr. King beat me or not. Mr. King is well ahead of me in the kill point ranking. But I have got him beat significantly in deads. Where the hell are you, Mr. King? So we'll see. When we combine the two, we'll see who gets more DKP in the end. Forza, yeah. Nobody's catching Forza in deads. Nobody's catching Forza in KP, in kills here, right? And I don't have enough speed ups to catch Forza in heals. Annie, Japanese player that came over with Thunder and Captain, yeah, still here. It's all good, EP. It's all good. It's all good. If you guys are in your downtime, just stop for now. we can pick it up where we left off. Fucking Mad Mania is off territory. He's still online. Otherwise, he'd get 0 tonight. I promise you that. Kicking 0 mad. Matt said this may be his last KvK on this account. We shall see. We shall see. In any case, guys and gals, I thank you for your time tonight. I think we're going to call it a day. We won't take another 2-week break. We'll be back much sooner than that. I don't see any other Rise of Kingdoms players currently streaming, so we're going to leave you on your own. Oh wait, there's Boss Nasty. G2 KvK Zone 3 War. Echo versus WoW. Echo brought a cave troll. Is that... Hell, I don't even freaking know if that's Rise of Kingdoms or if that's I don't think that's Rise of Kingdoms, guys. Sorry. So we're gonna call it a night. I'm gonna touch base with the boys here on Discord again, leave some final instructions before I go to sleep for the night. That said, now that I said I'm gonna go to sleep for the night, I can't go to sleep for the night for at least an hour and a half, because the enemy might hear that and become active. It should be taught a lesson. But thanks everyone for hanging out. Thanks for the gifted memberships, guys. We had Snow Goose with 5 gifted. We had Redline with $20. We had Logette with a $5 tip. We had Dracul with a $5 tip. We had Forza with 5 gifted. Forza celebrating 6 months in the Touchdown Club. Dracul with 21 months in the Touchdown Club. Several new subscribers today. Boomer was 6 days ago, sorry. Frederick, thank you for the subscription. We'll be back in the very near future. Have a good one, y'all. Appreciate you.